Hi Salma, how are you?
Hello.
Hello! So nice to see you guys again. We have, okay, we only probably have you. I'm just waiting for the others. I was actually just going through the problem trees. I see yours, Selma. That's really like, wow. Okay.
I made a new one. Like the ideas just popped up.
Yeah, but that's beautiful. Oh, and you couldn't do the peer review because it was really like pixelated, no? Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully fix that. Hi Nada, how are you doing?
I'm great, Nikita. How are you?
I am also good. I see that you have also put up a new one, which is great. And it's so detailed. I love it. I love both your trees. Okay. I'm gonna hope that we have more people than just the three of us. Then the session's gonna be really short.
Rim and Shalom Fellows said they can't
Yeah.
make.
Yeah. I reply to them. It's so nice of people to inform when they can't make it. Um, and I get it. I mean, I know that you have exams going on. Most of you have exams going on. So it is, I do understand. How are your schools going, Salma and Nada?
I'm on summer vacation. Yeah, Saudi Arabia finished at like April 29th, so beginning of May. And now I have summer vacation for like more than 3 months.
More than 3 months. That's just
Yes.
a very long summer vacation, especially when you can't travel.
Well, so I was in quarantine for like 2 weeks, and on like this Wednesday, I was allowed to go out again. And immediately Thursday and Friday, I wrote 2 exams, which I missed. I missed 5 exams, which will be calculated, and they will make up like half my grade at the end of the year. And I immediately, like on Thursday, wrote my first, and now on Friday the second one, and now I also have 2 weeks of a break.
Wow, that's intense, Alma. Yeah, I remember you telling me last time about how you have to catch up with your exams once you finish your quarantine. I don't believe they're so back to back. How many left now?
So I have to write 3 more, which I missed, and there will also be like 3 exams which were planned after my quarantine, anyways.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All the best. And thank you so much for being here. Like, just you being here in the middle of all of this is so great. Okay, who else do we have in the room? I know I saw Arnav and Naima's name. Great. Arnav, what's up in life?
Nothing much is going on. How are you doing? I just joined the meeting though. I got confused with the timings because I thought like 1 hour back the meeting was there, and then I just got confused with the timings. Uh, but then yeah, I just came in the meeting room and then
Don't worry. We're just doing informal check ins to see how everybody is, what's going on in life, how is school. So, any updates, like anything really, like what exciting thing happened in the week? How are you feeling now? Just anything is okay.
well, nothing much happened in the week. I mean, there isn't that many like events that took place, but yeah, nothing much that took place.
Okay, still so happy to see you. Oh, I remember you got vaccinated last time, and that's why you couldn't join us. How are you
Oh
feeling
yeah,
after that?
I did. I was like feeling hallucinated like for 1 or 2 days, but yeah, it was like so bad. Like the situation got so bad, but it was only for 1 or 2 days, and then after that I felt much better like after I took it. So yeah, I mean it was
So
just
glad to know that.
for some moments.
Yeah, glad to know that, and glad that you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Naima, what's up? How is life? What's up? What's happened in this week that's excited you?
I'm good. I just finished all my exams this week, so that's really exciting. I'm excited to get my results as well. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a strange week. It's been awfully hot, and then suddenly it starts raining like cats and dogs for 24 hours straight. So I'm thinking that Mother Earth is just really pissed at us right now. Um, but other than that, it's been okay, I think. I'm so glad your exams are over, though. I know how stressful they can be right now. Although, talking of exams, I know one person in this room thoroughly enjoys them. Valentina, what's up? How are you? What's up in life? What's
I
new?
have my final exams next week, and I've been studying for some of them already, and like I'm not really excited because it's going to be such a hard week, but at the same time, I'm glad that I'm actually finishing this school year. So, yeah. So that's kind of why I'm lost and confused and I don't know about anything, like just tired in general.
It's okay, don't worry. I mean, I know that we've also been asking for a lot on Discord, do this, do that, and I realized that most of you had exams going on. So, well, I mean, if you're inactive, then it's not because it doesn't reflect on you personally. I know that you all have a lot on your plate, and that is why I wanted to start with the check-in because I don't want you to feel like it's just a lot of work. Because honestly, School of Future is not about a competition that you have to get this done. It's more about really taking time to understand the process, to get why you're doing what you're doing. And I also want all of you to know that I am here personally to help you out if you feel stuck, if you feel lost, if you feel like, God damn, this is too much right now. And that's completely okay. All of that is completely okay. Um, it's just, I feel like all of you are so brave to go on this journey in the first place, like take up the journey. Because that first step is the toughest step to decide that no, I do want to be an entrepreneur and I do want to try this out. That's the first step. So it's okay if you're not. I mean, honestly, to be truthful, not all mentors would agree with me when I say it's okay. But I know that it's a matter of a week. That when you get this done, I'm sure you're going to be back on track. Um, just don't want you to feel overwhelmed with the work. Yeah. All right, Yara, what's up? What's how's the week been? Nada was just telling us that you have summer vacations. What are your plans? How are you going to spend these 3 months?
Well, I'm most probably not gonna travel this year. I haven't traveled actually last year or the year before for vacation. So I'm just gonna stay here in Riyadh where I live. I guess I'm gonna work on getting my life together because that's all I do. I get my life together, then I just lose it. And then I get my life together and then I lose it and so on. That's my whole entire life process. I Definitely, I'm planning on working out a bit more. I want to, as I said, go back to my old normal and even better. And I've been really disappointed in this planet. I hate everyone. That's all.
Every time you speak, a part of me is really scared about what you're going to say. And now I feel like that's a good instinct to bank upon. I did see all the messages that you put up about Palestine and Israel, and I completely am with you. It's been so disturbing. And it's not just the Israel-Palestine war, it's also what's been going on in Myanmar for 2 months now. And and honestly, I've been recently thinking about how obsolete the entire United Nations is. Like it feels like it's such a farce because they don't do anything except for just telling people to stop fighting, and that doesn't work with children, so it's not definitely going to work with adults. Um, and yeah, I hear you. I hear you when you say that it's every day just becomes sadder and sadder and sadder. And I can't tell you guys what it is like being in India because bad news is the only news we get now. It's come to a point where I think we've become numb to the concept of death, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is what it is. And you're right. Like there's no point in planning life out. I think life just is the moment you plan something. I think life is this really sarcastic character who topples the entire game board and goes like, "Hey, so what was your next move?" And that is utterly frustrating. So glad that you're here. I think Jerrica is the only person in the room we haven't heard from. Jerrica, what's up? How are you?
Well, I'm good. Yeah.
That was a really quick check-in. Tell me what's happened. Tell me one thing in the week that's happened that's excited you or upset you. Like it's completely okay. You can talk about disappointments as well.
Um, well, I got my report, like half year report card this week, and yeah, my grades improved quite a lot, so that was good. Then the rest of the week was boring. like
Okay, I hear you. Oh, nice. We have one. Oh, Nada, I think, got dropped and she's joining us back. Great. All right, guys. Firstly, to everybody who sent in their problem trees, thank you so much. For everybody who hasn't been able to, I understand there's a lot on the plate. I would still, because I know that you've all done it, like I know that we've sat through mentor calls, doing it together. So just take a picture, no matter how early stage you are on with the tree, and put it up on. Okay, so yeah, on Discord, I've created individual channels for all of you. So you'll see there's one called Selma Zone and Arnav Zone and Naima Zone and so on. And all your cohort members have access to that channel. The reason we've done it is that, like starting today's session, we'll all start helping each other build our ideas more, make them more concrete. And the next step in this process is actually interviewing. You're going to interview people, you're going to take surveys, you're going to actually start the prototyping of your idea. And for these interviews, what is most important is questions, right? And it's best when you get it from many different sources. You will also be conducting surveys to see if your idea is completely based on truth or assumptions. And As future change agents of this new world that you're trying to create, I think it's also your responsibility to make sure that your personal biases don't creep into the idea. Um, so there are a couple of concepts that I'll start with today. Okay. In the past few weeks, what we've worked on personally are just to focus down your idea to the most basic elemental statement that it can be. So when we talk about that problem statement that your idea is going to address, it's like a cell in your body. You know how one cell forms an organ, the organ forms the system. So we've actually worked our way back to describe what that cell is in our idea. Why are we doing this in the first place? Now that you've identified it, and if you haven't identified it, that's completely okay. If you don't know exactly why you want to create your business, that is okay. One example that I keep giving you guys is Disney, right? Like Disney's tagline is just to create the best entertainment content in the world to make sure everybody is entertained. It's not like I want to eradicate world hunger. It's not like I want to make world a better place to live. It's just as simple as I want to create good entertainment content. And that is okay too. All right. Some of the examples from students within School of Future are I know one girl who made a business out of baking goods. Like she loved baking, and that's what she created a business out of. And for her, it was as simple as that. It was that, hey, I like baking, and there is no bigger world problem that I want to solve. This is what I want to do. So I know that when we push you towards the problem tree, we start asking you questions about what would you like to change. But the reason we do the SWOT analysis along with that is so that you also realize what is your strength. Because you can only make a great business playing off your strengths. So if your strength is, I don't know, public speaking or social media outreach or baking, for example, then that's what we're going to play on and build your business. Okay. So, what we're going to do today is that you already have these channels that have been divided, and I want this is the second half of today's thing. But basically, the task is that you go on the channel and you put up your problem tree for everybody to see. If you don't have a problem tree, what you can do is just write this one statement and say that this is what I'm trying to figure out. So, for example, secondary education for the underprivileged, right? This is what I'm trying to solve. You just put that one statement on, and everybody else is going to take turns and go to everybody else's zone and put up questions that you have about. Actually, I'll give you more clearer instructions as to how you can ask the question. All right. Before we jump into our thing, what I'm going to quickly do is that we're going to do a chatterfall, okay? And in the chatterfall, this chatterfall also is very focused. I want all of you to get to know what you're working on. So the first question is, just type down what uh, what genre you're working with. So if it's education, if it's climate change, if it's I don't know, if anything, just type down what sphere you're working on and your idea is going towards. Okay. You
In the
have
general chat, right?
yes on the chat. Don't press enter until I say chat or fall. Right. All
When
right.
on Discord or in the Zoom
No,
chat?
no, just put it on Zoom. You can later cut, copy, paste, and put it back there. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Shadowfall. I see nothing. Are none of you working?
Wait, did you say to post it here or in Discord?
Oh, you put it on Discord. No, no, put it here, put it here, put it here. So Naima is working on child rights. Selma is working on gender equality. That's two. Oh, not. Oh, yeah, I remember Nada's. Nada's is beauty and education. Oh, Arnav, yes. I think Arnav's idea is also got to do a lot with saving. Like, how do you save to make a better living? But yes, and Valentina too is education. Hmm. It's interesting how most of you are dealing with education. Jerrica and Naima. No, Naima is already written. Sorry, Jerrica. We are only waiting for your chart of all to come in. Jerrica. All right, yes, she's there. Climate change. Great. Okay, now that you all know what each other is working for, um, I can see that clearly Yara and Arnav are almost working on the same thing. Not same, but within similar spaces. Um, Selma and Nada are working on things that I don't think anybody right now is looking at. Same with Naima and Jerrica. Okay, this might be a little tougher than what I thought, but that's okay. We'll get through this bit by bit. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break you out into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of us. So we are going to go into three breakout rooms. One room is clearly going to have 3 people, and 2 rooms will have 2 people. All right. Mm, what I want you to discuss is what you thought about each other the first time you met each other. Remember, on our personal calls, the first mentor call we had, this is a concept that I think I discussed with each of you. There are 3 concentric circles that build up our idea of ourselves, our identity. And this is a theory that a very famous philosopher called Foucault. I'm going to write his name here on chat. Um, Foucault had talked about, which is that the most central, like the center of the circle, is you, only you, what you think about yourself, and that's the capital I, this capital I. All right. When I say I am Nikita, I am a girl, I am an Indian, all those I's that I carry with me is what creates the center of that circle. The first layer or the first circle is it's the organ I, like EYE. And when I say the organ I mean how do people perceive me? What is it that my closest friends and family thinks about me and says about me? That also determines our identity. We might feel like we don't get influenced by it, but subconsciously, it's something that we carry with us, right? So if my mother thinks that I'm clumsy, I may not agree, but it is a part of who I am, right? I may not 100% agree, but clearly that's how my close circle sees me. And the third and the outermost circle is basically the the aspirational self. It's who we want to be. And the best way to understand that is when you meet a stranger. How do you greet a stranger? Because that's the first impression that you want to make about yourself. And that's why it's important. That is the closest to the aspirational self. That's sort of the, I won't say pretense, but sort of the performance that we put up, that we want the world to look at us as. So it's basically these 3 circles that build up the concept of identity. Why is this important? Because a lot of times when we meet each other, there are things that we assume. about each other. And this word assumption, which I'm also going to put up in chat, is something that all of you have to be very, very cautious about. Because within your idea, the room for assumption should be as minimum as possible. I don't know how many of you I shared this example with, but in India, when remote learning started after the lockdown, I know of a company that came up with a brilliant solution. They wanted to make education available to rural India with minimum internet accessibility. So even if you had like 2G network, they created content that could be very easily downloaded. It's a wonderful idea and it was really well thought out and designed. But they made this simple assumption that even in the remotest corner of India, internet was available at all. Whereas the truth, after they did a survey, was that although internet is available, people don't have phones. So what do they access the internet on, right? So although it's a brilliant idea, it falls flat because it's not practical. And then they went back and did a whole donate your old phone campaign to collect phones and then give it to students and then make education accessible. But if they had done a survey before, if they had not assumed that, because internet is accessible, everybody has a phone and can get it, then they would have saved millions of money that they invested later to fix the problem, right? So, to understand what are the assumptions that we make, what I want you to do is go into breakout rooms, which I will create right now, and talk about, just tell each other three things that you observed in the person who you're talking to the first time you met them. Like, what are the, and please don't be angels and don't just talk about good things. Um, in fact, I'm going to make this tougher for you. Five things, three good things, and two not so good things. All right. Remember, what are the rules of School of Future? We are going to be respectful to each other, so don't be mean. Um, but in a very respectful way, name three things that you really liked about or thought about the person in front of you, and two things that it doesn't have to be bad. Don't take bad in its face value. Two things that weren't exactly the best qualities. Okay. So, five things you have to tell about the person you're in the room with. Any questions? Ask me now.
What if it's not like the first? What if it's not like about things that we thought of when we first met them, but can it also be like over the weeks, what we how we have experienced them?
The reason I want you to talk about things that you thought when you met them is because I also want you to realize how much of it is assumptions. Um, how communication happens is not just verbal, it's also a lot of it is non-verbal. Even before somebody in front of you has opened their mouth, there are a lot of things that we are humans. This is how unfortunately we are wired. And it's this wiring is, in psychological terms, this wiring is something that is called social conditioning. So from the moment that you're born, unconsciously, from TV ads to movies to magazines and books and all the hundred sorts of media that you're surrounded with, they start feeding you information that you don't even realize you have, right? And that information generally is the root cause of assumptions. For example, and I don't mean to offend anybody in the room, but for the longest time, Africa in most of the media, India even now, is shown as this country where people are always hungry, just forever hungry. There's never a developed picture of Africa that has been presented in media. And therefore, we grow up thinking that all of Africa is really poor, whereas that's not true. It's Africa, in terms of the continent, is one that's richest in its resources. That's why it was colonized. Um, so there are a lot of theories, especially in the post-colonial world, which all of us are a part of in terms of generation. There are a lot of identity formations that we make, which is which is honestly not our own. I'm going to put up this book in chat. It's called Orientalism by this man called Edward Said. And it's a really good book because what it talks about is that it says how we view ourselves today in the post colonial world. Post colonial means at one point, UK and other countries in Europe had sort of made colonies all throughout the world. So we were under their rule, right? In the post colonial world, the way we view ourselves is still from the lens of another person. So, what I think an Indian is not honestly what I believe or the core truth of an Indian, but about what others think Indians are, right? Or how others view India. That's really big part of what I think India is. And generally, these um, social conditions are are not conscious. They're just fed to us from when we are children. So sometimes we're not even aware that we carry them, these biases. And that is why I want you to talk about things that you thought of each other the first time you met each other, because those those things may be filled with assumptions. And then once everybody is shared about what you thought of each other when you first saw each other, the next step is that I want you to talk about what you think now so that you are able to see what was an assumption and what is a reality and the difference in that. Okay. I can give you a great example. Often when I meet people in real life, the first impression that I think I give off is one of, oh God, I don't believe I'm telling this to my students, but one of being a hippie. And it's simply because of my dreadlocks. Okay. Why? Because the image of dreadlocks is associated with the hippie culture. Once people get to know me, they realize that I'm anything but a hippie. But that takes a certain amount of time, right? So the assumption of being a hippie and the reality of not being a hippie is a process. And I want you all to just to get to know that how do you convert an assumption to a reality? How do you move away from the assumption towards reality? One group will have 3 people, 2 groups with 2 people. It's 8 o'clock on my watch. I'm giving you 10 minutes because I want you all to really spend time. At the end, at around the 8th minute, I'm going to jump into your rooms and see if you want more time to chit chat. If you do, then no problem. If you don't, then we meet back here in 10 minutes. Cool? All right, guys, your rooms are now open.
Hi, Nikita.
Hi.
Hello, hello. Any breakthroughs? Anything interesting that you want to share with the group? We can go team wise. So there were three breakout rooms. All right, breakout room one. It's okay if you don't want to share exact details, but is there anything that you felt during the process that's made a difference or helped you understand what assumptions can do?
Yes, so it was me, Valentina, and Selma, and we came up with a bunch of conclusions about each other, which is basically like a main sentence for each one of us. So the sentence for Valentina was that she's an absolute crackhead. The sentence for me was that I'm as professional as I sound. What was Selma's? Does anyone recall? I think Valentina wrote it down.
Yeah, so about Selma, we said like so many things, but basically she likes rings. She always wears her hair up. And that makes us think that she actually reflects her personality in her style. And yeah, and she's quiet. That's the assumption that we did about her. And then she said that she's not at all when you get to know her.
I can vouch for that. It's
Just
because I
one
have realized.
I just have one thing that I have to throw in. I think this was the first time that somebody that their first assumption of me was like that I'm quiet. Like I've never gotten that. Like never. I'm such an extrovert, and I'm still like a little how wondering how that came off.
Yeah, but it's also that they all know you in the virtual world. Like none of you physically met each other. So the impressions that we make in the virtual world are so different. So, okay, the impressions we make in the new normal are so different from what we used to make pre this beautiful gift that nature has given us. That was sarcasm, by the way. But okay, thank you guys. Yeah, it's a fun exercise. It's a fun exercise to just get to see how we come. Remember when I did this exercise with you guys on the mentor calls? I said I won't touch the third circle. We'll do the third circle later. This is why I waited because I really wanted you guys to tell each other what are the assumptions you made. All right, breakout room number two. Do you want to share your insights?
I forgot what number am I, so can you please remind me?
Yeah, that's your room was breakout room number two. Yeah.
Right. So I figured out about Naima. In fact, Naima is in my in the Teletubbies group with Valentina right there. She's just staring. Naima is always she gets comfortable and she gets like so goofy and makes a lot of stuff in public with her friends and stuff when she gets to know them. But everyone sees her as that quiet girl, the shy girl, but like everyone assumes that she's the shy girl, including me, honestly. But she told me that no, when you get to know her more, like you become like close with her or whatever, I'm gonna see a lot. And to be honest, I think that applies to me too, except that I like to speak a lot with people, which is fun. And yeah, she had a lot of strong assumptions about me too. You'd love to hear them from her.
Some of the assumptions I thought about Yara was actually I thought that she was like really confident because I love the way like she always has something to say. Like she doesn't take opinions or some not opinions, but she doesn't listen to other people's I don't know the word, but she always has something for her own to say about like different topics, and she never tried to say anything as well. I thought it was actually really interesting to hear the different things about her, which is so interesting.
Thank you, Naima. Um, I thought that was a really interesting room because in my assumptions, I think Yara is really like outgoing and she likes taking control. And in my assumptions, I think Naima is quieter. So that was a really interesting room to be in, I think. All right, let's move to the third breakout room.
So
Arnav, you were there. Hmm.
yeah, so I was with Jerrica, and it was like a 5 to 5 minute split. So 5 minutes we did talk about what you told us to, and then the other 5 minutes we did kind of like a small social convention. So I'm gonna start with what like what we described for like each other. So I thought like the first time I did meet Jerrica, um I thought like she was really open-minded. She was really creative, and she was definitely like playful and an optimist person. Like she's always looking on the positive side of things, and she's really like joyous. So this is like what I thought about her, like when I first met her in our like first meeting. And in like the rest 5 minutes we talked about pretty much Marvel, because we were done describing, and then we talked about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We didn't have anything else to talk about, so we talked about that. So that was really fun. So now,
Okay, good.
yeah, I think Jerrica can also go ahead about what she wants to speak about.
Yeah, like when I first met Arnav, like I thought he sounded very outgoing. Like I knew that he would have like a strong head and like be really like have a goal in mind. And that I thought like he was like really smart and creative. And I was like, yeah.
Okay. Now, what we just discussed has given me an idea for a quick, fun game. Okay. What you're going to do, remember, I'm the only person who actually knows the age of all seven of you in the room right now. So we're going to do chat of all, and we're going to guess each other's name, age. Okay. So everybody in the Zoom chat boxes, write how old you think Arnav is. Arnav, of course, you're not playing this chat of all round, and we're going to do this with each of you. Okay. So everybody, just type out how old you think Arnav is, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, chat of all. Selma, that's not an answer. I need an answer. That's 13 on the
Oh
spectrum of.
God.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still don't have one answer. Who's not answered yet? Oh, that's you. Sorry. Arnav, do you want to tell them how old you really are?
I'm 13 years old.
There you go.
You
All
guys are
right.
making me look too old right now, seriously.
It's not the worst thing, honestly. Yes, Nada, he said 13. He said 13.
I've been called 17 and 16 years old before, and I get where they're coming from. It bothers me.
No, but
Seriously.
guys, it's a good thing. It means you're more mature. It isn't a. Don't look at it like, oh, am I that old? Look at it as that's how old you're in your head. Like that's how mature you come off as. Yes, people. He's 13. Yes, he's 1, 3. All right, great. Now we're going to play this game with how old do you all think Valentina is? Type it out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Shadowfall. 15, 14, 16. Oops. What is the oops? 14.
You
All
stop
right.
it. Stop it already.
Valentina, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 14 and I'm turning 15 tomorrow. That's why Yara said that.
Yes, there you go. She's just turning 14. By the way, if I just have to admit this out in the open, I am so jealous of each of you. Like at your age, I was reading Harry Potter, I think. That was like the greatest thing I was doing. There was no other.
But
Yeah.
Harry Potter is pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't
It's
building my
really,
own
really good.
business. I was getting lost in some other magical world. But yes, great. Now we're gonna guess Yara's age. Everybody put it down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Shadowfall.
8.
Yara thinks she's 99. Okay. Yes, most of you have guessed it very close. She is 14. All right, so we've covered Yara, Arnav, and Valentina. Next, we're going to guess Nada's age. Everybody, put it down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Charafall. Jerrica, you are so off about everybody's age. Like it's not even funny. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. Why do I only have four? I need two more. Five. Yara, Yara, are you hacking into people's Facebook accounts to check exactly how old they are?
She's my know-it-all for the past 2 years. What are you
That's
expecting?
true. That is true. That is true. 17. Oh, wow. Yes. Okay. Except for Naima, 13 and 5 months and 6 days. Yes. There you go. Kiara has guessed it so right. But again, Nada, don't get upset. It's a compliment, really. All right. Now we move to Selma. Everybody, guess Selma's age. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Selma, do you want to tell people how old you are? Selma.
Yes, sorry. I just turned 17 in April, end of April.
Yara,
And
I really think you have a spy. But yes, Selma, go on.
and just one thing, we can also look it up on the portfolios on School of Future. But my portfolio still says the name of my mom and
Oh
of
no. That just took out the fun in the game.
Don't cheat. Don't cheat. But
no,
okay.
wait, but I mainly wanted to say that my portfolio still has my mom's name on it.
Does it also have her age? Because that would be very funny.
Yes. Oh no, not her age.
I thought of going to the website and doing the same thing, but then I was like, what's the fun?
Yeah, what's the fun? Exactly. You would, and see, even then, like most people think that Selma is 15. So there. All right, great. Jerrica, don't look up the portfolio, guys. Guess Jerrica's age without looking at the portfolio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Shadowfall. My God. Yara, you have to be nice.
Oh no.
Now I feel like everybody's checking out the portfolio. Jerrica, do you want to tell people how old you are?
I'm 14, yeah.
Yeah, I think now everybody's just opened the portfolio. All right, the last person to guess, Naima. How old do you think Naima is? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Charafall. Yeah, I think everybody is just now playing safe and going like 40. Naima, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 14.
Yeah, everybody has a portfolio, I'm sure. But this was also a quick game to show you how assumptions work. Okay, we are actually going to do it for me too. How old do you guys think I am? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Charafall. Oh, Nada, you're my favorite. But 30 is correct. I am exactly 30. Well, not exactly, but yeah, this is my 30th year. This was so much fun. All right, guys, now we're going to break out into rooms for 10 minutes again. What I've done is this time, you're going to be in rooms with people who are working in the same sphere as you, okay? So the first room has Yara, Valentina, and Arnav because all three of you, in some way, are working with education. The second room, oh my, okay, there's clearly something that's gone wrong. The second room has Jerrica and Naima. I know that Jerrica, you're working with climate change, and Naima, you're working with child rights, but and they're not exactly the same. But we clearly don't have more people. I think we've lost Nada. I'm sure we've lost Nada. Oh no, there Nada
What
is.
do you mean
Okay,
you
great.
lost me? I'm right here.
Okay, great, great. So the third room has Selma and Nada. Um, Selma, you're working on beauty and education, and Nada is working on gender equality. And I think beauty has a
Uh,
great deal to do with gender.
Makina, you switched them. I'm working on beauty and
Um,
education, and she's working on, yeah.
but I think beauty has a lot to do with gender. What you do is, okay, guys. So I'm also trying to prep you for the final expo that happens. Pitching is one of the greatest skills. Okay, remember how I told you that you have your audience in the first 6 seconds, or you don't have them. And there's something called a hook, like Captain Cook's hook, which we use in communication skills. A hook is basically a way to capture your audience. So you can open with questions. You can, think of your favorite stand-up comedians. They will always either open with audience interaction or a question that's provocative, something that immediately has the audience's attention. And that's the best openings. Okay. Some other great openings are quotations, definitions, but they're more passive. A more active opening that really requires the audience to respond is a better way to go these days. So, what I want you to do for the next 10 minutes is, except I think room one will need a little longer. So, let's do 12 minutes, all right? You pitch your
Makina,
idea. Yeah.
I have two questions actually. So the first question is, I noticed that Kelsey put us into different problem issues when we first started, but now they're switched up for me. Why is that?
That's because somebody was trying to clean out our Discord server and clearly did not do a really good job because it's now all over the place. But I will fix that for each of you. Don't worry about that. What's your second question?
My second question is, I attended both expos for 13.1 and 13.2, but I noticed that no one was using visual representation. So are we allowed in the expo to share our screen and share a video or a photo for those 3 minutes?
You are, and I will encourage you to do that. Because I think the greatest pitch, what is also really cool? You can actually make a video out of your pitch and just send it to us so that even if there's an internet glitch, at least the pitch happens properly. And with video pitches, they're crisp, they're right there, you're not nervous. It's one of the best ways to do it. I don't know why people don't experiment. And I think previously in the mentoring sessions that people go through in School of Future, this part about prepping people for a pitch is really not part of the curriculum. But I think, like public speaking, as a child, I used to get super nervous when I had to speak in public. And I think part of our job is also to prep you with that so that when you grow up and when you're actually pitching your idea to investors, you don't feel nervous, you don't feel unprepared. And that's why I'm sort of introducing this. Like traditionally, this is not part of the training, but I felt like this is something that would help you all. Okay.
So like
So what you do? Yeah,
so
no,
like
go.
there was also the story for like Steve Jobs. Like whenever he used to pitch, he would practice at least 20 times a day before pitching his idea in front of an audience. 20 times a day he would just sit on the stage and like practice.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
speak?
also what we do in the theater. Really, like when you actually see a play open, it's a result of 3 months of like rigorous practicing and rehearsals. And I think that helps you in anything that you're going to present is like theater. It's a performance in a way, and it gives you confidence when you know your shit like from A to Z. So, what we're going to do in this breakout room is that you're going to pitch your idea exactly in 2 minutes. So, each person gets 2 minutes to pitch their idea. And I want the other person to at least ask them 6 questions. And the best way to play this game is just keep asking why, but why. So, if I say that my idea is, so why and how? These are the two things that you can rely on. If I say my idea is to create an app which teaches children how to recycle plastic and make everyday products at home, like a pencil stand or artwork and stuff like that. Ask me why, ask me how, ask me for whom. So just keep asking me why. Six, like minimum five questions from each person, okay? And 2 minutes of pitching. Does that make sense? The reason I'm doing this is because I know that otherwise in the week, it's hard to take time out. But right now, with these interactions, a lot of questions will get cleared and your ideas will get more refined. If your peers keep asking you, why are you doing this? How are you doing this exactly? It starts like it helps you rethink your idea more in detail. All right. Okay, then. If there are no more doubts, I'm going to open your rooms. It's 8:35 by my clock. I will see you guys here at 8:48. Go. Hello and welcome back. So, how did it go?
Nikita, may I please ask you for a favor? Please.
Yes.
Can you please start giving us more time, please? Because this is
Yes,
just
like
Oh, I can put you back in the rooms. It's all right. Go back and just tell me how much longer you think you'll need.
a
well,
lot more.
finished from Arnav. We just need me and
Like
All right, I'm sending you back for another 5 minutes. Go.
come on.
What? Tell me something.
we still didn't get time to pitch. We still didn't have enough time.
Okay, I want to hear from the other rooms. Nada, Selma, Jerrica, Naima, were you also out of time? Because I can then send you back again. Or I can club both your rooms together so that you can share your ideas.
Well, me
Nada.
and Salma were done pitching our ideas, but we were just chatting and it was fun. Yeah.
Well, on our end,
Jerrica,
on our end, we didn't get enough time because we guys are doing pretty much the same thing, and we're talking about how we're gonna come in a group and work on it together. And yet we didn't pitch it because we're all just on our starting point.
Nikita,
okay, yes.
I hate having time, and at the same time, I hate time managing because I'm gonna have to summarize, and I hate summarizing because I'm not gonna mention details. I feel like I have to mention every single detail to everything.
Exactly,
So annoying.
exactly. It's just so annoying. If only the
Okay,
school of future means so long.
team three, tell me how do you guys need more time too? Which was, I think, Jerrica and Naima. How are you doing?
We're doing good. We talked about our ideas. We were just like creating more ideas for each other.
Okay, so the sense I'm getting is that all of you would prefer having a little more time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to club room 2 and 3. So Nada, Salma, Jerrica, and Naima, you're going to be in one group now because like I know that it's not the same topic, but I still feel like you're very close to one another. So and just the more perspectives you get, the more you will be able to help each other. Cool. So I'm opening the rooms again. I'm going to now just ask Kiara, Arnav, it's 8:57 by my clock. Do you think 10 minutes should be good?
I think yes.
Okay. I am also going to tell you what the next
But
step is.
Nikita, we have
Hmm.
another meeting right now, right? No, we
I
have
think
another meeting too. No.
it's the Discord get to know Discord meeting, but I mean it's not a compulsory, so it's okay if you feel like this is helping you with your idea. I would say stick here for a while. I am also going to tell you what the contest for today was or is because I feel like you guys are enjoying this and I don't know if we actually get to the contest. The contest this week is an individual contest. The reason I made those separate channels for you on Discord is that each of you are going to put up that problem statement as I said, and then your peers are going to go through everybody and comment on that. So help you with questions, help you basically just ask spark questions and comments there. Whoever comments the maximum wins. It's as simple as that. So whoever interacts with their peers idea the most wins. But we will get to that after I give you another 10 minutes. So 9 o'clock by my watch. Go. I'm going to bring you back at 9:10. Hello and welcome back. Was that time enough, or am I going to get scolded again?
No, it's enough.
All
Well,
right.
we like decided that we're gonna create our like own group and like of us like 3 people, and we're gonna like talk about our education ideas and stuff, because I still think this isn't enough time to learn and give each other ideas and to share thoughts.
I
But
agree with you. I
I would
totally think this is not enough time, and I hope that you guys continue the
exactly.
conversations. That's the point of it.
I mean, sarcasm off the side, but we need more time. We
No,
seriously need
I know you
time
do.
in these
I
meetings.
know you do. I totally agree with you, and I know that you do. And that's honestly, that's the whole thing that I hope that you guys genuinely continue these conversations. That's why I've created those channels for you on Discord so that this keeps going on because peer learning is such an important part of SLF.
Yeah.
All right. So I have put up questions on the chat here. For the it's 9:12. I'm going to shut this Zoom room by 9:15. That's 3 more minutes. But after that, what each of you do is that you go to Discord, go to the individual channels, and as I explained, the contest today is that if it's Arnav's channel, Arnav puts up his problem statement, and each of you comment on it, give him questions, ask him questions very specifically, um, and remember that these are questions that are going to help him refine his idea. Similarly, you do that for each of yourselves. So today we have 7 participants, which means the 7 of you go from one channel to the other, comment, question. Even if you feel like there's something you watched that can help, let's say if I'm on Arnav's channel and Arnav's put up his problem statement, and I can think of a TED talk that connects to his thing, just put the link there. Even that counts as a comment. So TED talk videos, influencers on Instagram who you think will help with the topic, just put all that information. Basically you're helping each other build your ideas together. All right, so that is what the challenge is. I'm also going to put like the challenge properly up on Discord. Just take half an hour, go through everybody's channels, just help them clear their idea and post. Whoever does maximum commenting and helps their peers the most wins today's challenge. And as usual, I'm going to give you time till let's say 3 hours till midnight. So whoever till midnight India time, whoever does most commenting will take the prize home. Before we go today, though, before you go to Discord and start this work, I want all of us to wish Valentina a very happy birthday. And I know how badly synchronized syncing works on Zoom, and she's a musician, so she's going to hate this. But let's try it, okay? Let's try going all off mute and let's try singing happy birthday together. Valentina, grace your what?
What?
I said happy birthday to her in Spanish. Happy birthday, baby. I love that girl. She's so annoying, but yeah, happy birthday. You're finally gonna be 15 and you're gonna get your driver's license. You're gonna drive me around everywhere. And thank you.
Actually, that's a better idea. I like Yara's idea. Instead of singing and torturing her, let's just go around the room and do one wish for her. So Yara's done her.
Me,
Yara, nominate someone.
let's say Jerrica.
Happy birthday, Valentina. I'm so sorry that you have to bear with you know, Yara's attitude and her. I'm so sorry, but happy birthday. No, but for real, happy birthday.
Your divorced husband get married, Jerrica?
Oh, did Tom Holland break up with you?
This
Okay.
is now just a grudge that's going on between both of these people. This is what's been going on. This is like true friendship, to be
Go back
honest.
to signing contracts, Karen.
Yeah,
Guys,
exactly.
guys, you have to wish Valentina. What are we
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Jerrica, nominate someone
Birthday,
for a birthday.
Valentina.
Salma.
Okay, so happy birthday, Valentina. I'm lost for words. Sorry. I don't know what that was about. That we just started roasting her in some way. But I really like Valentina. I just got to know her, like on a deeper level, because I love how she like does music and stuff, and she seems like very sort of professional in her whole setup, and I love it.
You guys should hear Valentina singing the song Gasoline by Layla Blue.
Okay, that's a request we will park and ask Valentina to do for us. Selma, nominate someone.
Yes, I will nominate Nada.
Happy birthday, Valentina. Sorry. Happy birthday, Valentina. I wish you a happy and healthy year ahead of you, and just stay crazy like you are, because you are very crazy. Like I've never really been like, I didn't talk to you on a one-on-one that long, but your vibes are immaculate.
All right, Naima or Arnav, one of them. Arnav, you go next.
All right, happy birthday, Valentina. I really hope that you enjoy like the next 4 or 5 years, because after that, life is just gonna go on the road. I mean, seriously, it's just gonna. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for saying this, but it's how it's gonna go. You know, you're gonna have to pick one profession. You're gonna have to go to college and
Yeah.
stuff. So enjoy these years.
Arnav, why are you depressing the poor girl?
No,
It's her birthday.
he's wishing me a happy birthday in the most Arnav style possible. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, most Arnav style possible. So I really hope that you go to a really good college. I really hope you enjoy these next 4 or 5 years until life gets really tough with studying and everything. But then definitely enjoy these few years of social media and music.
Yeah.
Naima, please go ahead.
Okay, I like everyone's responses so far. They're so funny. Okay, but happy birthday, Valentina. I hope you have the bestest day. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, I think. And I know that you will become a very successful businesswoman. And I know you will continue to be motivated, because you always are. And you are a very funny person. So I hope you will always stay that way.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Naima. That was such a sane wish after the craziness we had from Arnav. Valentina, you're a rock star. You know it. There's nothing that I can wish for you that I know will not. I mean, you have the confidence to create your own destiny. So I'm not going to say I wish this and that, because I know that you're going to build an amazing life for yourself and get everything that you desire. It's honestly a pleasure being able to just be part of all your lives. So on that note, thank you so much for being here, guys. I have thoroughly enjoyed today's session. It's been intimate, it's been amazing, it's been like so insightful, and I think we've really bonded at another level. And now you may proceed to
Can
Discord.
I say something?
Of course you may. Please go ahead.
I wanted to say, first of all, thank you for the birthday wishes and everything. And then I wanted to say that, like, I genuinely want to talk to you all. Okay, so like maybe I don't have enough time, but to all of those who I haven't talked to that much, like over video calls and everything, please hit me up. Okay, I really want to talk to all of you. You're all so interesting, and you're amazing people. So yeah, I wanted to say that.
Thank you so much, Valentina. And yes,
I
we
have
just
one complaint.
exchange
I have
numbers.
one complaint. We need to keep the meetings longer, please. Especially the breakout rooms, please,
Don't make
please.
timings, please. Nikita, I have a suggestion because you said, and I quote, taking feedback is a skill that you have to
Yes,
something.
please,
They're
give us the
forcing you to
contact.
change your
We
system.
need the meetings
Don't even
longer.
make a timer. Just make a button to go back, please.
But that's what we
No,
have Discord
so
for the whole week.
no, that's true. Thank you, Salma. Thank you so much. But honestly, I want to know something. Every time I close the breakout room, I send out a message saying if you need time, send a text. Does that not show up on your broadcast?
I
Well, no,
read
Because
it.
I
it did show up, but then there was someone whose birthday is tomorrow, not saying who, but someone whose birthday was tomorrow said that we didn't need more time. So then that was the end of the story because we need to listen to that birthday someone who, obviously. So yeah, we
okay.
need the meetings to be longer.
I,
That's
I completely respect that, and we'll do it longer. I just thought maybe it's too much screen time for you guys. Honestly, it was coming from a good space, but if that's the general feedback, we will do longer meetings. Also, guys, please feel free to exchange numbers so that you can also just hit each other up separately apart from these. Yeah, and the process is more important. Honestly, this is a 100-day journey, but whatever you learn is for life, and that's why I want you guys to really understand the process, not like quickly make a product. Okay, on that note, you're on for today's contest. You guys have 3 hours. If you want whole of Sunday, I can do that too. Like if we can wait till Monday morning. I don't want you to rush through and just post for the sake of posting. So if you want, you can have whole of Sunday, and then I will announce the winners on Monday. So you have like more than 24 hours. Does that work for everyone?
Yeah, can we have until Sunday, please? Because I have some stuff to do now as well.
Yes.
So
Yes,
yeah.
And I
absolutely.
have another question because you were saying that we're supposed to comment on only the one those in those chat rooms in those zones of the people that have today been here, like not everybody.
Actually, you know what? If people have put up their trees, problem trees, like I know that Sholo has, just feel free to also help her out because I know she couldn't be here. If she could, she would have. So if all I have, I'll just put it up on individual channels. So just go into the room, see if the tree is up. If the tree is up, you can put your feedbacks down there. Yeah.
Okay. And
So
should
I have, yeah,
yeah,
you
no,
can go
Arnav
ahead,
can go
Selma.
ahead. Arnav can go ahead. I have to
All
like make up my
right.
question in my mind.
All right. So like so could we also like write like a pitch that we did? Like if some of us want to write like the pitch that we did, could we write that?
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
yeah, so like we write the pitch and then they would
So
come.
I've been experimenting with Discord, and if it's a long video, it doesn't upload. But if you feel like instead of writing your pitch can better be understood in an audio or a video, what you can do is do the pitch, upload it on YouTube, and just put the YouTube link there so that people can go to YouTube and see your pitch. And yeah, I think that's an easy solution.
All right.
Nikita, I wanna invite you to something. So basically, I decided that I'm gonna make a podcast every single Sunday. I will be hosting it, and if you want, you could come. There's no cameras, there's no nothing. Come in your sweatpants and your pajamas and just listen and chat with us. And tomorrow, Arnav is gonna be my guest. We have a lot of things to say, and if you want, you could come. I'll send you the time.
Absolutely. I think you should put it up on the Discord general channel. I think there'd be so many people who'd be interested to come. And I'll send it out to the entire Sofas community. So proud of you. Yeah.
Cappuccino app.
Cool. All right. That's it from my end.
I
Oh,
Wait,
have
Selma,
Selma
you
has a
had a
question.
question.
Yeah.
should we just comment based on the problem tree, or can we also like add our specific pitch or like the problem statement, or just based on the problem tree?
I'm hoping that the problem tree and your problem statement have to do with the same problem. If they don't, and like let's say you're working on two ideas. By the end of this week, hopefully you'll be able to narrow down on one. But actually pitch both, because then based on the feedback, you'll be able to make the decision. So if you're confused between two ideas, pitch both. If you're sure about your idea, that's just one. Yeah. Do I have any more questions?
But like I can add more than just my problem. I mean,
Yeah. Feel free to put up your SWOT analysis, everything you've been working on till now. Feel free to just flood that space with information. That'll give you the best kind of feedback. Yeah, that's your channel. You can do whatever you want on that. All right, guys, this has been lovely. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. And Valentina, happy birthday again. See you guys on Discord. Take care. Bye.
Bye, bestie.
Bye.
Bye, guys.